on.
That's all you have for thickness for ice?
Yep. It's only about a half inch.
Looks nice though. It kind of looks like glass in a way, yeah?
Yeah, it does look pretty nice. Nice and clear.
Yeah, good. That means the water's good for the bait.
Yep.
Okay,
all right.
What do we have?
This one's a shiner. You see how he's nice and fat, look. He has a big bulge. It goes from his tail and it bulges out real quick.
Yeah?
Means he's been eating good.
There you go. Good looking one.
Yeah. Well, I took a lot of the bigger ones out of there so there was more food for the littler ones.
There you go.
So the bigger bait.
This is the catch of the day.
Yeah, this is.
I like that one. That was so cute.
That one? That one's a little.
The other big one, he's got a stripe right through him.
Yeah, red. That's male dace. When they have the red stripe right on the side.
Yeah.
It's a male. Right there. See?
Right.
That's why trout like them, because they look like they're already wounded.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Plus that red shows up a lot, and plus they're really slimy. So the edges of them, they go into they'll be sucked right into the trout's mouth. Like a shiner is a little harder for them because it's got the scales.
Yeah.
And you see how they have the stuff on the side and everything, and it's a harder fish. Like I could sit here and push down on this fish a lot more than I could on a dace. If I push down on a dace, his head will pop right off.
Oh.
So it's tenderer, kind of. It's kind of like versus, I don't know. It's like having lobster and having steak. Which one would you rather have?
A lobster, of course.
Right.
Even though the shell's harder.
But you see, you got nice big old dace right here. This one right here. That's a male too. Look how fat he is compared to the other ones. See all them. You can see the red stripes on some of them.
Yeah.
And dace are really active. Like if you hook them the right spot, they will flip around and be really fast on your line like crazy all day long. Versus a shiner, they'll be really active. Like they'll be medium size. Like they won't be fully active, but they'll be like, you know, wiggling around constantly a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, dace, they go like this all the time, real fast, all day long. As long as they've been fed the night before, they'll be running around like crazy.
So how many do you think you got in there?
Well, there's easily at least 3 dozen. So.
Oh, that looks like a lot more than that, huh?
Yeah, that's why I said easily at least 3 dozen. There's probably more, but yeah, this much ice.
That's it.
Yeah, on my private pond, so.
Yeah, okay, so how thick should the ice be before anybody gets on it?
Oh, well, we were out there in 3 inches catching trout with my buddies. But 3 inches is really still iffy a little bit. You just gotta be really careful where you walk, and because if there's any
don't hang in a group, right?
Right, you gotta stay away from each other. But if there's springs around where you're fishing, don't go out on 3 inches ice, because you might randomly find out, oh look, there's a spring and there's half an inch ice, and you're walking out there, and then all of a sudden, boom, right through. So you gotta really know your spot where you're fishing before you go out there on 3 inches ice. I'm lucky that obviously I know my spots, and I went with a buddy, so, and no matter what, you always go with a buddy. See, I got some bigger shiners in here. But a lot of dace and shiners. It's a good mix too. It's not like you're catching 100% one and once in a while catch another one. It's a good mix, like half and half.
So do you take a different mix when you go ice fishing, or?
Yeah. When I go for pike, I'll use big old suckers because they're big fish and they're and everything. And then when I go for a trout or you get lake trout, you get your brown trout and all that, I'll use shiners or I'll use my dace. Well, actually, most of the time I use my dace. And then for bass, stuff like that, I just throw anything in there. Any junk bait that I have, because bass, you don't really care when you catch them. I don't, because all it is a junk fish. If I'm just going for flags, then I'll go out somewhere with his bass, because you catch a lot of get a lot of flags and stuff.
Yeah.
For salmon, you have to use smelts. Have to. To that, you can put a little worm right on it and drop it down during the winter. Yeah. Or you can jig too.
So jig takes which worm? Anyone?
No, jig you use a lure.
Oh, a lure? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't know. Alright, so this is what my son does. He collects the baits and everything so that him and his buddies can go fishing and they don't have to pay for it. So this is a good way of saving, and everybody gets to have some good entertainment so they can just put the money they save for bait
in the gas and go right up to our good fishing spots.
There you go. It's gas money
instead of bait money.
Right. So we call it saving for gas.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really kind of cool.
But sometimes when I go get my pike bait, it doesn't save me gas because I have to go to a different spot. And that costs me money to go get my bait all the time. It saves me like maybe $1 on a dozen.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
Yeah.
But I have it downstairs, so it's actually really a little hassle. But if you have time and you can clean your bait tanks every now and then, you're all set. I do. I feed them. I feed all my bait once a week.
You just give them some bread, right?
Yeah, I'll give them some bread. Let it sit for a day. Like let them eat and eat for a whole day.
And then clean it out the next.
Clean the whole tank. Empty all the water out of it. Put new water in it. Let them crap and all that stuff. Because you got to get them stirred up so they start crapping before you empty the water. Because you don't want to put them back in there with fresh water and have them crap again. So that's what I do is I stir them up like this and get them moving around and they'll start pooping and everything. You can see how there's some right around here already. And then you just put them right back in your tank and they'll be, it won't stay clear for a long time, but it'll stay clear for till the next week.
Yeah.
So.
Alright.
Alright.
These are the nice fishes.
Those are all dace right there. We got a shiner and a couple dace right there.
Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed us bringing you this video to see all the good fish. Alright, bye-bye now.